Jake, a dominant center retired this week, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Is he the best center you've ever seen?
That I've ever seen?
Mm-hmm. I mean, in your lifetime. I don't know that you saw.
Well,
Kareem.
That's true. I didn't see Kareem. You did see Patrick Ewing. You did see David Robinson. I got to be honest. David Robinson was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Hakeem.
I liked Hakeem, but I think his window was so short. He blossomed real late in the NBA, and it was real short for him both being defending and scoring. I like David Robinson a lot because he had the outside. He could also be back to the basket at any point and be dominant. He had a 70-point game. But Shaquille O'Neal, to be honest, if I was picking a team, he would definitely be one of the top picks. I mean, you look at a true big man,
just
back to the basket.
Brute force.
The only way to stop him is to foul him. Mm-hmm. And even when you foul him, a lot of time he still dunks it on your head. So, especially when he came up in the league, ripping the rims down.
I remember. That's when I think of Shaquille O'Neal, I think of that basket, the whole stand coming down.
Oh, yeah. Just smashing the whole thing over somebody and just walking away like that's me.
I remember in LSU when he was a trim. I mean, he was I thought he was a pretty good athlete at the
Unbelievable.
point. When he got in the NBA, he
was very nimble feet.
He just started to get so bulky and so big. Like they put him on the weights, and he was a guy that never really had to lift weights. No. I mean, he was just born huge. Yeah, and in LSU, man, he was so fun to. I mean, when he dunked, he wanted to bring down the whole basket, and he did several times.
Just an unbelievable athlete to be all around. Could run. You love seeing him out on fast break because he wanted to dribble the ball, which was, that was entertaining,
And he was entertaining.
And that's the thing about him. What do you remember most about Shaquille O'Neal? Was it actually his basketball or was it his entertainment value? Because he never shied away from the cameras.
Right.
He never walked away from the media. To be honest, in my mind, he was a role model that you could say, you know what, let's look at this guy.
Yeah, didn't get in trouble. Was a part of a community in every city he was in. Mm-hmm. I really like Shaquille O'Neal. I did like other guys for other reasons than Shaquille O'Neal, but he was absolutely dominant. 39 years old when he retired. He was the number 1 pick in the 1992 draft. 28,596 points, 13,099 rebounds. Somebody could have put just one more up there to give him 13,100. 15 All-Stars. That was the trivia question, which Michelle Featon won, is going to head down to Night's Action. 4 championships and 3 NBA Finals MVP. Shaquille O'Neal. Good career, great career. And a number of championships. He had help around him, but that's what you got to have to win championships.
Well, he's the 5th all-time leading scorer, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, very dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, just like I said, dominant. Think about this, though. If he would have taken some advice earlier in his career, and I know it wouldn't have been the vogue thing to do, but started shooting free throws underhand.
Probably could have been up more 30,000.
30,000. I mean, I'm thinking at least 2,500 more points. He would have been in games longer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they took him out because he was late in the game.
Because he couldn't shoot.
That's
probably that's a bad thing. He's probably going to get remembered for a horrible free throw shooter.
Well, not by me and my generation.
Not by some, but
most of us know him as just a guy that's going to dunk on your head.
But a lot of those old timers that like free throw shooting or the bank shot or those kind of thing, they might remember him as a horrid free throw shooter.
One question about Shaquille O'Neal, though, as good as he was, how much better could he have been if he was a free throw shooter?
Right.
I mean, like I said,
or a 15-foot jump shoot, not a jump shooter, but something that Patrick Ewing did, back to the basket and fade away or just hit that 15-footer. Shaq was never that guy. Yeah. He was just the put your head down and maul you over.
Well, and now, let's face it, this is in my opinion, we don't have any true big men in the NBA now.
Well, Dwight Howard's pretty good. And
is he a big man? I mean, he's only, 6'9"?
No,
he's not even a 7-footer.
Yeah, he's 6'11" or something.
No, come on.
And he's an athlete.
He is an absolute athlete. But I do not consider Dwight Howard as when he faced Shaquille O'Neal, he had issues. When he faces bigger big men, he does have issues. And that's just what I've seen.
Right.
A true big man, somebody that could be, if he would ever stay healthy, would be Odin. Out of Portland.
Yeah.
Problem is he's never been healthy, but he was a back to the basket all the time. That's where he lived. Same thing with Dwight Howard, too. I mean, he is back to the basket. I'm just thinking of true big men, 7 foot or bigger. You don't teach size, you know. And they've all gotten away from it. It's so cute to hit that outside jumper.
We're gonna have to look up the height of Dwight Howard, because I think I have a lunch on this that he is 6'11" or tall. I know for sure he's taller than 6'9".
They're going to list him at 6'11". I mean, come on. Derrick Rose is 6'5".
I think Jake will be giving me a new recliner out of this deal.
Wow.
And I will provide you with some haircuts.
Okay. Yeah, well, I like the haircut thing. Definitely could use a nugget shop anytime.
But I'm going that Dwight Howard is a little taller than 6'9". But you have some question as he's searching the iPad, because he's a little nervous about the
about the
recliner.
They always add a couple inches. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, they probably list him at 6'11".
You have some questions for me and
sure.
some listeners.
Let's say, with Shaquille O'Neal retiring, he was the leading current leader in points in the NBA active. Who is second, third, and you can go through top 5 if you want. Second, third, and fourth if you want.
Career scoring. Or on a active career.
Active career.
I'm going to say Kevin Garnett.
Okay, that's a good one.
But Kobe's got to be getting close, I would think.
Kobe's actually number 2.
Really?
Yep. KG is number 3.
Yeah, I like KG. I don't know. It's going to take.
I would not have gotten the next 2, to be honest, but the third one I would have. I would have thrown
Ray Allen?
Ray Allen's actually number 4.
Okay.
And Tim Duncan's number 5.
Okay.
Number 3 would have been Dirk Nowitzki.
Really?
Yeah, I
scored that many already.
That's what I thought myself. Dirk has been in the league quite a while, but KG I knew was up there. Tim Duncan I thought was higher.
Tim Duncan, yeah.
Ray Allen
I
did not have a clue.
I didn't know Ray Allen had scored that much, but he's been in a long time too.
You talk about dominant big man, and we were sitting around kind of having a little roundtable discussion the other day, and we were talking about who the best were. Shaquille O'Neal definitely up there. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the dominant sky hook as well as the defense, especially in his prime. Unbelievable. Bill Russell winning all them championships. Different era, absolutely,
right.
But what an unbelievable competitor. And then you throw in my opinion, to be honest, if I was out there drafting, you could draft any player in NBA history, my number 1 pick, Wilt Chamberlain.
Boy, you're going away from Michael?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you are a Cardinal fan. Come on.
You can say what you want, but anybody at any time that has ever averaged 50 points in a season, had a 100-point game with no 3-pointers.
Yeah, but they didn't have very many big men back then.
Doesn't matter what you say, he was the most dominant basketball player of all time. All time.
Okay, that's the furniture guy for you. Most dominant's Wilt Chamberlain for him.
Absolutely.
By far.
Not even close.
Bar none.
Not even close. Also, the year that he led, I believe, averaged over 50 points a game, he also led the league in blocks.
Didn't he average a triple-double?
He averaged a triple-double, blocks and assists.
That's pretty impressive.
That's all I'm saying. That's the beginning and the end of the argument.
That's it for Shaquille O'Neal. 39 years old, retired. The NBA still, Jake, though the finals are going on. We picked your team last year on our fantasy draft for the finals.
Yeah.
And you torched me last game.
I'm looking good.
We haven't quite figured out the scoring yet, but you torched me last game. But the Mavs tie it up on an unbelievable comeback. Down 15 with 3 minutes to go. I think 5 minutes to go, something like that. I was watching it. I had no idea that was coming. I kind of turned it off and kind of lost interest.
Well, I'll be honest. I saw the 3-pointer. I saw them playing, doing their little jumping jacks in front of the Mavs bench, and I thought to myself, if that was me,
makes me mad.
I'm a little upset right now. And to be honest, it was nothing they hadn't done before.
Right.
They've done it. They did it all through the Bulls series.
Dirk just got hot.
And then Dirk got hot. My goodness, when that man, like I said before this series started, you can't stop him. When he gets hot, there is no way to stop him. And to be honest, by the judging of that game, there's no way to contain him.
Well, I still think the Heat have the upper edge. Dallas, whether they're off right now or whether it's the Heat defense, Dallas does not look like they did against the Thunder.
No.
They're not scoring. They're not hitting some shots. They're not getting easy looks. And
they're not getting penetration.
Right.
And that's huge for
And they're not
them.
getting fast break points either.
No, not at all.
The Heat are doing a good job of defense. So I think that'll be of course, an interesting rest of the series as they travel to Dallas for the end of that series. But, boy, that's a big when you can get one game like Dallas did.
That is huge, especially going back to Dallas. The problem is, like I said, for me and for Dallas, they need to get some kind of penetration going. It's very tough against Dwayne Wade because he wants to take on whoever the point guard is.
And now Dwayne Wade's hot.
And Dwayne Wade is shooting the lights out. So, that was a great pick by me.
Yeah, great pick.
Perea. Did you pick him?
No, I didn't. Yeah,
I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah, I hoaxed you into doing that.
Is he hot right now?
Not good. Not good. Just can't get to the
Well,
lane.
you said we only did that because of his girlfriend.
Yes, but I kind of coached you into getting there. So
yeah.
Felt good about that pick.
So it looks like I'm going to owe Jake some sort of lunch after this fantasy draft is done, after the finals are done. I picked the Mavs in 6, so we'll see what happens. I think Jake took the Heat. Did you take the Heat?
No, I took
the Mavs.
I took the Mavs. You took the Heat.
No, I didn't. I like the Mavs.
You did not.
I did. I took the Heat, but I like the Mavs now. So we'll see what happens. And final series going to be coming to an end here shortly, as though they give them quite a few days off in between games. But that's going to do it for the cheap seats out here at Blades, here at Nail Salon, where they're featuring their Super Summer Specials going on now. Stop out here at 241 Madigan Drive here in Lincoln, 732-7213 or 732-6293. You can call them or become a fan on Facebook.
Absolutely. Great deals going on for the kickoff for summer.
That's right. We called it, we billed it, the kickoff for summer. That's going to do it out here at Blades. Phones are ringing.
There's beautiful people walking in and out of here.
That's
My
right.
goodness.
Good day. Get out of the pool. Want to thank Coach Featon for stopping by and have fun at Knights Action Park, and Paul Phillips for stopping by out here at Blades. That's going to do it for the Furniture Guy, Jake Johnston, Josh Komnick. We're signing off. WLCN 96.3 and WLCNonline.com. We'll see you next week.